Welcome into Barnstable Today. I'm Nick Cortez.
And I'm Kevin Friel. We'd like to remind you right at the top that the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website. You can go to www.town.barnstable.ma.us.
Earlier this week, town department heads presented their proposed new fees to Town Manager John Klim and the public at a hearing. Growth Management Interim Director Joanne Miller-Buntage outlined several new fees in her department.
Good morning. I'd like to run through these quickly, if we may, and just with a note ahead of the rationale that says that the proposed rate that you see reflects a cost of services study that department staff conducted. And so we're here to discuss how those proposals and that cost of services could impact the fee structure. Accessory Affordable Housing Program, which is administered through a hearing officer and through the Board of Appeals. The existing rate is $225, and we're proposing that go up to $500. Currently, there is no fee to rescind a comprehensive permit, and with this program, that becomes a procedure that happens every once in a while when folks transfer property. They want the apartment to be removed or something like that. The comprehensive permit actually has to be rescinded. And so we're asking that fee be $495. The Zoning Board of Appeals special permit process for single and two-family, and the Board of Appeals permits and the Planning Board permits, you'll see, are structured based on sort of the intensity of the use, so it's not a blanket fee. The Board of Appeals, single and two-family, home occupation, bed and breakfast, the existing fee is $200. The proposed fee is $1,200. All other special permits, the existing fee is $100, and the proposed fee is $850. Under the variance, bulk and dimensional variances, it's $100 per lot fee. We're proposing that go to a straight fee of $850. All other variances are $100 per application, and we're proposing that they also go to $850. The multifamily, commercial, business, and industrial special permit category on multifamily, it's a fee structure based on the size of the structure. So under $4,999, it's $1,500, and then an additional per unit rate of $100. The middle category from $5,000 to $9,999 would be $2,200, and then above $10,000 would be the $3,000. And then to the variances for those types of uses, the larger uses, the bulk and dimensional variance is now $200. We're proposing that would be raised to $1,500. And then all others except for use variance are now $200. We're proposing that go to $15. The use variance, a smaller use variance, is $200. We're proposing that go under $15. From $5,000 to $999 is now $300. We're proposing that go to $22. Above $10,000 is $400 to $3,000. And then there's additional add-ons for lots and developments that front on some of our major roadways because there are additional requirements imposed by the ordinance, and so additional staff review is required. Currently, that add-on fee is $100. We're proposing that go to $200. And then for the larger projects, there's an additional fee of over each 10,000 square feet above the square feet cost in the fee structure. It's $100, and we're proposing that go up to $500 per 10,000 square feet above. The Board of Appeals also has other actions that they have in their charge. Appeal of administrative officials is now $100. We're proposing that go to $1,200. Extensions of various permits, there's no fee currently. We're proposing that there be a fee of $100. On the comprehensive permit side, these fees were broken out previously by the type of organization, limited dividend, nonprofit, and public agencies. They had different fees, sliding scales. Limited dividend was 100, nonprofit was 50. These are per unit fees, sorry. And public agency had no fee. But in doing our homework, it's widely understood now that this fee structure is subsumed in the funding, and so we're just imposing one fee across the board of $1,500 and the $100 per unit multiplier. To modify a comprehensive permit, there's two categories for a major and a minor and a major modification. So it would be there's no fee currently, so it would be $250 for a minor, and for a major it would be $1,500, and then the $100 fee for an extension. And then we go on to the Historic Commission. Growth Management administers to 3 historic boards. The Barnstable Historical Commission, whose purview extends through the public resources throughout the town, the Hyannis Main Street and Waterfront Historic District, and the Old Kings Highway. The Old Kings Highway is a regional historic district, and those fees are set regionally. We don't have any control over those. The Barnstable Historical Commission has a process enabled by ordinance called a demolition delay process. There's currently no fee for that. We're proposing a fee of $150 for that. The certificate of appropriateness, the Hyannis Main Street Historic Certificate of Appropriateness is currently $25. We're proposing that that be raised to $75, and the Hyannis Main Street for demolition is currently $50, and we're proposing that that be raised to $100.
Though some of Growth Management's proposed fee increases are large, Planning Board Chair Felicia Penn said the time is right for the changes.
I want to say that it's been 9 years since these fees have been examined and proposed for increase. I will also say that although they sound like they're tremendous, and I have large concerns that the people who are going to take the brunt of the increases of these fees is the staff at 200 Main and also upstairs here in Growth Management. I will say that in many cases our fees are a joke compared to the cost comparison of what it costs the town to provide the services. Just going down the list, there are cases for existing fees of $225, and it actually costs us $1,500 to provide the service, and so it doesn't make sense. I do have some concerns that in this environment, it's a really bad time to be raising fees in such a dramatic way. However, it's probably a terrific time to be raising them because in comparison to our neighboring communities, this puts us on level and on par with them, number one. And number two, our pipeline is very quiet these days, so it's a very good time to raise the fees. If we knew that there were 17 projects in the pipeline, it would be a horrible time to raise the fees, seeing that there aren't really the volume that we've had in the last few years. I reluctantly agree to raise the increases as proposed. It's all based on, as Joanne said, the cost recovery reports that her staff did. It took them a lot of time to put that through, and I think we have to respect the time and effort that they take to put into processing these. So I had toyed with a progression of fee increases, 25% this year, 25% over the next 3 years, so we would get up to the 100% over 4 years. Frankly, due to the lack of volume, I would say, of projects in the pipeline, I support the fees as recommended today in their entirety.
Well, that's all the time we have for now. We'll have more from this fee hearing on a future episode of Barnstable Today. But before we go, Kevin has a look at the remaining meetings for this week.
For tonight, December 3rd, Thursday, we have the Town Council meeting at 7 o'clock in the Town Hall hearing room. That's our only meeting for the rest of this week.
For Kevin Friel, I'm Nick Cortez. We'll see you next time on Barnstable Today.